You're watching North Alabama's news leader. WHNT News 19 at 10 starts now.
We start tonight with breaking news. 3 new COVID-19 coronavirus cases were confirmed in Alabama today, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 9. Tonight, Jefferson County health officials confirmed 2 new cases, bringing the total in the county to 3. This evening, officials with the North Baldwin Infirmary say they received their first positive case of the novel virus. According to the Alabama Department of Public Health, there is also 1 resident in Elmore, Limestone, Montgomery, and Tuscaloosa counties who have been diagnosed. 1 person from out of state has also received a positive test result. A representative for the Alabama Department of Public Health says they could not provide an update on any of the patient's conditions. That is where we begin. WHNT News 19 at 10. I'm Kelly Smith. The COVID-19 outbreak has impacted schools, sports, activities, and businesses all across North Alabama. Starting Monday, March 16th, all Boaz City, Gunnersville City, and Marshall County schools will be closed. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey declared a state of emergency that all public K-12 schools will be closed starting this upcoming Thursday for 2.5 weeks. On the business side of things, Walmart, Publix, Kroger, and the Parkway Place Mall hours have been impacted by COVID-19, and you can find an updated list of all the impacts here in the Tennessee Valley on WHNT.com and on our news app.
We would have got hand sanitizer and toilet paper, but they were running low on it too, so we had to order that offline.
From the Costco in Tuscaloosa to stores across the country, certain items are depleting as people take time this weekend to go shopping and unfortunately panic buy. It's a behavior supply chain experts and even epidemiologists have asked people to think twice about. Hand sanitizer, cleaning products, and even toilet paper are being cleared from shelves in some stores as people anxious about the coronavirus purchase much more than they normally would. Alabama Chief Justice Tom Parker has advised all 41 of the state's presiding circuit court judges they can suspend jury trials slated to begin next week and beyond. Madison and Limestone County circuit judges have made the decision to delay trials. This means the trial for Limestone County Sheriff Mike Blakely will be delayed. Part of the challenge in Blakely's case, the jury pool of nearly 500 potential jurors that would be working together for days. With trials being delayed, the Limestone County Sheriff's Office has issued a scam alert. The tweet said the Sheriff's Office is receiving reports that someone claiming to be from their office is calling people and telling them they missed grand jury and now have to pay money. Authorities want to remind everyone this is a scam. If you've been following developments in the COVID-19 pandemic, you've likely heard the phrase social distancing. Both city and state officials are canceling mass gatherings in an effort to limit exposure. But for some agencies, it can be difficult to follow that advice. WHNT News 19's Dallas Parker joins me in the studio now to explain. Dallas.
That's right. County jails don't necessarily come to the top of mind when you're thinking about facilities at risk for COVID-19, but close quarters could increase the risk of it spreading. The Morgan County Sheriff's Office says on the average, the jail has about 600 inmates at a time, and it's more difficult to practice social distancing in a setting like that. I spoke with the Sheriff's Office to find out what they're doing to protect inmates and jail employees.
Morgan County Jail has officially become a non-contact facility. All inmate classes have been canceled and non-essential personnel are not being allowed inside the jail.
For the Sheriff's Office, we house a 600-person facility. The thought of the coronavirus coming in and spreading, those are things that we're talking through.
Jail staff are working to recognize symptoms at the booking door. WHNT News 19 learned that the Morgan County Sheriff's Office can refuse to book a person who has been arrested if they appear too sick to join the general jail population. The arresting agency can decide to let that person go or transport them to a hospital. For inmates who have already been booked into the jail and happen to show signs,
we have a medical team on staff. We're able to screen. We have the ability to quarantine quarantine because we have space in our building.
The sheriff's office says the entire third floor of the jail is empty and they could easily quarantine inmates there if necessary. In the meantime, the sheriff's office is looking to adjust their visitation policy. The jail uses video chat for visitation. People can come to the jail lobby and chat with inmates, which is a free service, but the jail is considering halting as a way to prevent exposure.
There's no cause for fear. There's no cause to rush out and do anything special. Just be aware. And, washing your hands is good any day.
As of Saturday night, there have been no confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Morgan County.
Now, the jail says mobile video visitation costs inmates' families about $6 per 15-minute visit. The sheriff's office tells me they plan to contact the video visitation company next week in efforts to allow each Morgan County inmate 3 free virtual visits each week. Kelly?
All right, thank you, Dallas. And law enforcement agencies aren't the only ones making changes in an effort to slow the spread of coronavirus. Redstone Arsenal announced additional precautions today to protect the thousands of employees who work at the facility during the COVID-19 epidemic. WHNT News 19's Madison Neal joins us now in the newsroom. Madison, what is Redstone changing?
Kelly, Redstone Arsenal is one of the largest employers in North Alabama with a workforce of more than 40,000 people, including active duty military, government employed civilians, and contractors. They too are taking the suggestion of social distancing to heart. Redstone Arsenal announced additional precautions to protect the tens of thousands of employees who work at the facility. The Arsenal remains at health protection condition Alpha, but in addition, the Arsenal will limit access to public gathering areas. Some quality of life services have been suspended and access to public dining areas will be limited. The changes include recreational badge access and applications have been suspended, canceling religious services at the Bicentennial Chapel until further notice, canceling Redstone Arsenal hosted community events through the middle of April, and suspending drug testing operations. The gym, auto shop, and library have also been closed. According to officials at the Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville, one of their employees tested positive for the novel coronavirus. Officials say contact tracing began immediately in order to identify and notify individuals who may have had significant contact with that employee. Marshall has moved into stage 3 of its agency response framework until further notice, which means access to the center will be restricted to mission essential personnel only. Officials who do not fall into this category will telework starting next week. WHNT News 19 spoke to the AFGE Local 1858 Union President Abner Merriweather. The union represents over 11,000 workers at the Arsenal and is happy to see measures being taken to limit exposure and promote being able to work from home. And we have a list of COVID-19 impacts on business, events, schools, and sports across the valley located on the homepage of our website, WHNT.com. In the newsroom, Madison Neal, WHNT News 19.
All right, thank you, Madison. And let's go ahead and get a quick look at your Saturday night forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Thank you so much, Kelly. And I know that activity has been limited since I know a lot of us are encouraged to social distance. But if for some reason you have to get out on the road, this is a look at Governor's Drive here in downtown Huntsville. Notice how there's a sheen to the road. That's because the rain has returned. Our old friend, the rain, is here. Taking a look at the downtown Huntsville area as well as the city of Madison. This stretches all the way up into Meridianville and Newmarket. And I am now watching this band of heavy rain moving into Limestone, Morgan, and Lawrence counties. No lightning, and so therefore no thunder associated with this rain. It's just, well, it's here. It feels like it's been raining practically every day for the past week or so. And unfortunately, Sunday is going to continue with that trend as this low pressure system moves into the Tennessee Valley. And you notice how heavy rain is associated with that. We'll pick up anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch of rainfall through tomorrow afternoon. But tomorrow morning, if for some reason you got to get up bright and early, sunrise is at 6:58 a.m. AM rain, PM clouds. When are we finally going to see a break to the rain? I'll have that answer for you coming up in just a few minutes.